Hey, it was a pretty good week.
I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good.
And we're on a pretty nice roll. I'm not going to say it, but we know what's going on. We have been here before. We cannot get complacent.
We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure.
Let's keep it going. Roll the intro. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Uncle Dan's Best Bets here on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel located inside the beautiful Connors and Ferris podcast studio. Appreciate you as always joining me here, and always appreciate the likes, the comments, and everybody subscribing. Really appreciate it. Drop a comment in below. We know how this works. We do this at the beginning of every episode. Appreciate all the support on our Uncle Dan's Best Bets little community that we have here. I've shouted you out before. Really, really appreciate it. Also, special shout out. You know how this goes. Shout out to Bob Johnson Auto Group. They got their logo right there. They deserve the credit. They have been an OG sponsor here of Uncle Dan's Best Bets and what we do. Buying, selling, trading, leasing, whatever you need for your cars, be sure to go to Bob Johnson Auto Group. My wife and I always say it, but it's worth mentioning again. Winter just around the corner. The weather's turning. We work with Daryl out in Leroy. He's the best. Go check out Bob Johnson Auto Group. Tell them that Uncle Dan sent you. All right. Now the housekeeping is out of the way, and the thanks have been given to our sponsors and to you, the faithful viewers here of Uncle Dan's Best Bets, Ian, Basil, everybody else along the way. Hasn't been a great year, right? But solid week. Very pleased with the week that we had. 4-2 last week. 1 yard shy of going 5-1. If Caleb Williams gets his tush pushed into the end zone there in the final minute against the Ravens, we would have hit the over, and we would have gone 5-1. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Didn't get there, but still 4-2 is nothing to sneeze at. We have now, how can I say this without jinxing it? We have won more than 1 week in a row and less than 3 weeks in a row. We have been in this spot before, and we know what has happened. So we're not going to all of a sudden think about opens and intros. We're going to keep that to the side. But if we were playing NBA jams, there would be NBA jam. There'd be this thought of we're heating up. Let's just say that. We're seeing the board well. And let's keep that going. We're not going to let that impact us. We're not going to start having a massive card. We're going to keep things exactly what we've been doing the last few weeks. So 4-2 last week. That gets us back to 28-31 on the season. We're only 3 games under 500. For some of the struggles we have had this year, we can get back on track. And it could be this week. And I have a 7-pack. An ice cold 7-pack. It's a 6-pack, and then I got one for Thursday. The Thursday one has already been tweeted out because this video usually comes out Friday morning or Friday afternoon. Okay? So, deep breath. Calm. Not getting ahead of ourselves. Not thinking about what a cool open would be if we do what we haven't done. Not jinxing it. We're somewhere in between 1 and 3 non-losing weeks in a row. Got it? Okay. So let's get right to it. Let's get into the card. Week 9, a 7-pack of plays for you. Starts on Thursday. This tweet has already been sent out. It is time-coded. It is stamped. I have placed the bet. And that is Lamar Jackson over 36.5 rushing yards at the Miami Dolphins. Now, Lamar has only done this in 2 out of the 4 games this season. They held him out for about a month. He did practice. He did, scout team reps last week. They got in trouble with the injury report, all of those things. What I like that is I still think the Ravens can win this division. And I think you hold Lamar out an extra week to make sure that he's Lamar Jackson. I don't think you're going to turn Lamar Jackson into some pocket passer. I think he moves. I think that if you waited to hold out Lamar Jackson, it is so that he can be Lamar Jackson. You're not having him going out there with a bum leg and a pulled groin to go out there and just sit in the pocket and be a statue. So while he's only done it in 2 out of the 4 games, left the 1 game early. So let's just wash that. So he's done it in 2 out of the 3 games this season. He did it 15 times last year, gone over 36.5 rushing yards. 15 times he's gone over that last year. I think Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. I think this is their game of showing the world and the league that they're not done at 2-5. They have a very easy schedule coming up. They can get right back in the mix of this AFC North. So I think Lamar Jackson looks like Lamar Jackson. This could look real bad if he doesn't run the ball at all. But we're going to take the chance. And if you're watching this Friday morning, I'm either really smart or really dumb.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
An idiot sandwich.
Don't clip that. All right. So that's my play for Thursday. I've got a 6-pack of plays for the rest of the week. And it starts. This may end up getting blacklisted because I'm going back to the well because I think it was the right side. Bears team total again, guys. We're going to it again. Over this week. It's 24.5 on DraftKings. They're at the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, quick correction. It's actually the Bears team total is 27.5. I was reading the wrong team total. I still like it at 27.5. I've still already placed the bet because I still think Chicago should be able to score 4 touchdowns against a bad Bengals defense. And everything that I'm about to say afterwards still applies. Look, the Ravens defense showing up, they got healthy. That was something I mentioned. I didn't think it was crazy. And again, if they score that who cares touchdown late, we're celebrating them and we're probably just running it back. But you got to look at the process, okay? And behind the scenes, like I get in here about noon on these Thursdays. I go through about an hour and a half of data and my research to pick this card. All right? I'm not just sitting here throwing darts at a dartboard. All right. So I like this, and it's because the Bengals defense stinks. Okay. Over the last 7 games, Cincinnati has allowed 34 points per game. They haven't held an opponent under 27 points in 2 months. And I think the issues that Caleb have can be correctable. And this is, again, I've said it before, I trust Ben Johnson. This is a trust Ben Johnson play. And this is I have zero faith in what the Cincinnati Bengals are over the last few games. And it's not like they played a murderer's row of offenses. They've allowed 27, 48, 28, 37, 27, 31, 39. That 39 was against Justin Fields and the Jets last week. And this is nothing new. This isn't like, oh, this Bengals defense is pretty good. They're just having a bad stretch. No, they're bad. They've been bad for years. This is who they are. So I like the Bears team total over 24.5. I also like the Lions laying the big number. I'll lay 8.5 at home against the Vikings. This is my don't think, just throw. JJ McCarthy has played 1 good quarter in his NFL career. They're going to have to go back to him. I would have bet this either way, even if Carson Wentz was playing, because he's not very good. And you are getting the Lions off a bye, and you're getting the Lions at home. Say no more. Don't think, just throw. We've talked at length about how good the Lions are at covering. Just blindly betting them, you'd be at over 70% over since 2020, since Dan Campbell really kind of took over. So not really thinking too much about that. I got 3 plays in this next game. This is most of my card. And I have been right about the Pittsburgh Steelers quite a bit this year. And I'm proud of myself because, once again, I'm not betting the Denver Broncos. I have a problem. And my problem is Bo Nix and this Denver Broncos team. Thought about betting them last week, and I said, Dan, you've blacklisted them. You cannot have them be on your card. Thought about doing it again, but didn't. I thought last week, too, I mentioned that Mike Tomlin is a home dog, and that's what a system play would be. But I think the system is broken for the Steelers. I love the Colts minus 3.5, and I'm sure everybody does. But this Steelers team just seems broken. Like, they seem at a crisis point, so I will lay 3.5. The Colts offense, I think, will just eat this Steelers defense alive. The Steelers defense is bad. I've been saying it since like week 2. They're bad. Colts are a wagon right now. They're by far the best team in the AFC. I like them to just win by a touchdown easily. So I will take the Colts minus 3.5. If the Steelers couldn't get up for a game for Aaron Rodgers and that defense at home and renegade against, Rodgers' former team and all these things, and they just wilted in the second half. They've now lost their starting safety. They're bad. They're a bad defense. 25th in the league. They don't do anything well. So we're going to take the Colts minus the 3.5. We're also going to take Jonathan Taylor, longest rush, over 18.5 yards. He is by far, he should be in the MVP conversation. He has hit this in 5 out of his 8 games this year. The Steelers, again, defense, doesn't do anything well. I think the Colts will be ahead in this game. I think Jonathan Taylor will get plenty of touches. I like over 18.5 for Jonathan Taylor's longest rushing yard. Also, because this Colts offense is really good and the Steelers defense is bad, I will also take Michael Pittman over 53.5 receiving yards. Do I have to keep going? Like, the Steelers don't do anything well. They don't get after the quarterback well. They don't cover well. They don't do anything well. So I was just scouring the DraftKings Sportsbook to find spots that I thought were favorable and in our advantage against a bad Steelers defense. If there was a time for them to get up, it could have been against Joe Flacco and the Bengals, and they didn't. They got torched. And then it was, well, they got extra rest against the Packers coming into town, and Jordan Love torched them. So I will take, I tried to find as many ways that I could bet against the Steelers. So it's a 3-pack. It's the Colts minus 3.5. It's Jonathan Taylor's longest rush over 18.5 and Michael Pittman over 53.5. I just don't know who's going to cover him. And finally, I get no joy in doing this. Bills play. I hope I'm wrong. Chiefs minus 2.5. Chiefs defense, pretty good against the run. Think it could give Bills issues. I don't know how the Bills defense is going to slow down this offense. I think I was saying earlier in the season that the Chiefs are more name than game. Rashid Rice makes a massive difference. Catalana talked to a Chiefs reporter earlier this week. He opens up everything. I see a bunch of different ways that the Chiefs can win this game. I don't really see more than 1 or 2 ways that the Bills can win this game. Kansas City's offense ranks second now in DVOA. They're a high-flying offense. There will be a massive difference in the styles of offenses that you will see Sunday afternoon in Orchard Park. And I know, like, the numbers will all tell you to go to the Bills. Josh is 4-1 as an underdog at home since 2020. The Bills are 4-0 against the Chiefs in the regular season, their last 4 meetings. There's too many questions I still have about this Bills team. I hope I'm wrong. This is just, if the Bills would have played the Chiefs in week 2, we'd be having a different story. It is not who you play, it is when you play them. The Bills haven't gone up against a lot of great offenses. They will go up against a great offense here in week 9. And I have concerns. So I hope I'm wrong. I just like money. I like money more than being right. So Chiefs minus 2.5. So there's the card to go from NBA jams hitting 2 in a row to hitting more than 2 in a row. The next number. Here's the 7-pack. Lamar Jackson on Thursday night, over 36.5 rushing yards. Bears team total, over 24.5. Colts minus 3.5. Lions minus 8.5. Jonathan Taylor's longest rush, over 18.5. Lions minus 8.5. I think I said 18. Michael Pittman over 53.5 receiving yards. Chiefs minus 2.5. Favorites last week went like 11-2 against the spread. Couple teams on the bye. I can see myself betting Arizona's team total because the Cowboys defense is really bad. I can also see myself betting the Cowboys because it's Dak in prime time at home. That could be a play coming later. Make sure to tune in to the Twitter account at Dan Fates for more plays. But there it is. Next week could be fun. Could be kind of depressing, depending on how this week goes. Make sure to drop in a comment for your favorite pick of the week Always appreciate it. Always appreciate all the support, the kind words, the funny comments, all of those things. Best of luck to you this week. Shout out Bob Johnson Auto Group for sponsoring it. Shout out to Connors and Ferris for this awesome podcast studio. We will catch you here next time. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Best of luck to your plays this weekend. We'll catch you here next time on Uncle Dan's Best Bets on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel.